Can AI plan a better travel itinerary than you, me, or a travel expert? As a couple of seasoned globetrotters that have planned a countless number of trips, we've been starting to ask this question ourselves, especially as AI is getting faster, better at understanding us, and integrated into basically every part of our lives, including how we travel. What does this mean for the future of travel planning? I don't know. And that's why in this challenge, we're going to find out. We're going to pit the AI newcomer up against a travel expert from Flight Centre, who've been leaders in travel with over 40 years experience, to see who can come up with the best one-day itinerary. Maddie and I are going to head to New York. But before we go, we're going to give AI and the travel expert the same requirements for our itinerary and ask them to get back to us with their best one-day itinerary to explore the Big Apple. Then with our two itineraries, we're going to experience each of them ourselves so we can judge who comes out on top. So if you're ready for this one, enter into the comments either Team AI or Team Travel Expert on who you think is going to come out on top. Now, here are the requirements for our itinerary. Number one, affordability and availability. That the itinerary can be done for a total of $100 or less and is easily accessible for the everyday traveler. Number two is time and transportation. All the activities have to fall within a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. window with enough time buffered for transit, and that we can access all of the experiences either using public transport or on foot, starting and ending at Grand Central Station. Third, and most importantly, experiences and enjoyment. They need to include at least one iconic and authentic New York activity from each of these three categories: culinary, cultural, and scenic. So first up, we looked into ChatGPT. All right, I'm going to paste in the brief, look it away, and leave our fate. AI. Man, this is lightning speed. And in just a matter of seconds, we had our itinerary. Okay, and back to Grand Central Station. Let's see what the numbers are. Ooh.
Leaving room for a bit of flexibility.
Someone's getting a generous tip. What do you reckon?
Well, it could be smart leaving some room for improvement.
It could be, yeah. Next, we organised a call with our travel expert, Luke from Flight Centre. Awesome to see you again. How you been?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you?
We are really well, and we were hoping that we could lean on your expertise to plan a one-day itinerary for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that for you. Is there any preferences that you guys really want?
Yes, we would love to keep the day between 9 to 5. Yep. Start and end at Grand Central Station. You know us, we love a variety of experiences, so I'm thinking definitely some food, maybe an art or cultural experience, some scenic sites, and being able to walk would be really great.
Yeah.
And lastly, just keep it under 100 USD.
And we know that's a challenge because we know New York's not the most affordable city, but we thought if there's one person that could do it, it's probably you, Luke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I can make that happen. I'll get back to you soon with a full itinerary.
Amazing.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Chat soon, Luke.
Bye.
Gotcha. And as promised, just a few days later, Luke got back to us with our New York itinerary. How'd you go with the itinerary?
I've actually just sent it through to you, and I think you're really going to love it. Not going to lie, keeping it under $100 was a bit of a challenge. I might have gone slightly over, but there's some really famous New York experiences, some iconic food in there, and some stuff for you, Maddie, knowing that you're celiac, which I think you're both going to really enjoy.
That is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. I've just had a quick squeeze and I am so excited by this day that you planned out.
Yeah. And thank you for including the walking route and the map as well. Yeah. Like that was so well designed that we can do it all in one day, start and end at Grand Central. Yeah. So thank you so much as always, Luke.
I'm always happy to help. Let me know if you have any questions.
All right, we'll let you know how it goes. Chat soon.
Bye.
Armed with our itineraries, it's now time to put them to the test. First up, ChatGPT. We're here at Grand Central Station, 9 o'clock on the dot.
Yep.
Where Chatty G has kicked off our itinerary for the day.
Marvel at the architecture, appreciate the celestial dome and the bustling energy of this historic transportation hub. It is pretty impressive. ChatGPT has got us going to breakfast at a local deli from here. We need to be there by 9:30 a.m. All right, it doesn't look close. So it's all the way down there.
What?
Okay, that is not nearby. 25 minutes. We've got to get on a train at 9:07.
We got 5 minutes.
Okay, already ChatGPT is getting us moving.
Brutal. Okay, let's
go.
We didn't get to spend too much time in here, as you can tell. Hopefully you do.
And the thing is, like, we're not familiar with the train system here in New York, and it is quite complex. So
We're putting our faith into Google Maps, and Chatty G's left us hanging high and dry.
Okay,
let's go.
Let's get to this deli.
It's 5 minutes past 9, and our train's in 2 minutes.
Oh no.
I don't know how we'll go.
Oh no. The good news is we literally just made it. The train was a minute late.
Hold on, making our move. All right.
This is
Pat's Delicatessen, one of New York's oldest delis. It was founded in 1888. As per ChatGPT, they make some beautiful pastrami and other deli meats. Where are we at right now?
So it's 10:28.
Okay.
We have filled up on our deli meal. It felt like more of a lunch meal, if I'm honest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty stacked.
Yeah, like that was a big heavy meal for brekkie.
Yeah.
Mine came to $28.43 USD.
28.43. Okay. Mine came to, I think it was 37 or 38 USD, including a tip. What did ChatGPT suggest?
It suggested that it would cost us $15.
So maybe there's been a couple of changes to the menu and the prices since ChatGPT checked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad there was a bit of a buffer.
We're now going to walk to Soho Village. It was a 22-minute walk or 18-minute by public transport. So we thought we'd just walk.
All right, that brings us to 10:50. We've just made it to Soho. So we're going to be checking out on foot. These picturesque streets are, according to ChatGPT, renowned for their charming historical architecture, as well as some street-level people watching. So I don't know if the urban jungle means we'll see some interesting characters. We'll keep our eyes peeled. We're going to spend an hour and a half just checking out the area and going from there.
The weather's a bit gloomy, isn't it?
Oh, it's a bit of a challenge today. It's hard to decide whether a human or AI can determine what the weather's going to be like. We've come prepared, umbrellas, raincoats, ready to go, and still able to enjoy the charm of the streets.
Whilst ChatGPT said this was a free experience, we love our morning coffee, and so to get out of the drizzly, rainy weather, we have stopped in at a local cafe to enjoy a coffee.
So it's 11:57 right now. Rain has backed off while the weather's looking good. Next, what ChatGPT has for us is the Highline. Before we get out of here and say goodbye, couldn't miss the temptation of popping into this sweet shop here.
Yeah, let's go
So
see.
we'll go grab something, use up a bit of our budget, and then get going.
According to ChatGPT, we were supposed to be here at 12.
Yep.
So we're a little bit behind schedule. This is a free experience. Walk this elevated park built on a historic freight rail line. The High Line offers beautiful views of the city, interesting art installations, and well-maintained gardens. It's a scenic oasis in the heart of Manhattan.
How poetic. Jeez.
Pretty good.
And just like that,
1 p.m.
on the dot.
We've wrapped up here at the High Line, and now where are we off to?
Going to the Chelsea markets, which are fortunately a much shorter walk. So Maddie has just jumped ahead. You might be able to see over me. That is the High Line, and a very short walk away, you can find your way to the Chelsea markets. Now, the reason Maddie's got ahead, she's got to a very famous and iconic spot called Los Tacos, and she's queuing up to get ahead of the lunch rush. According to ChatGPT, the Chelsea markets are a vibrant artisanal market full of boutique and very curated sellers, and most importantly, a major food hall with a beautiful range of meals. As I mentioned, Maddie's jumped ahead to grab herself some tacos. I'm feeling a bit of a slice of pizza, so I'm hoping they've got something for me. So far from what I'm seeing, Chatty G has nailed the goods.
Okay, it is 1:57. Next, ChatGPT has got us going to the museum at the Fashion Institute of Technology, which apparently is close by. So let's go. Well, it's not that close.
What do you mean? I thought Chatty G said it was a short walk.
No, it says 24 minutes.
What? 24 minutes? I'm gonna get there at like 2:35, so...
Okay, well, let's
get out.
go. So we have just finished up exploring the museum. Now, we were worried time-wise, but it did only take us about 20 minutes to go in and explore. So it is quite small and you can get through it quite quickly. Secondly, it was free, as ChatGPT suggested. And lastly, I would say it's not such a short walk from Chelsea Market. It did take us 20-30 minutes to walk here. Let's hope it's not the same case for Times Square, because we've got to be there at 3 p.m. Okay, 7-minute subway or a 17-minute walk. Let's do subway. We've done a lot of walking.
Yeah, I've been smashing the steps today.
All right, so we need to go into 28th Street, into by 7th Ave, which we're on. Yep,
This is
very overstimulating.
very overwhelming right now.
Yeah.
3:22. Holy moly. I can't even concentrate. I'm just being bombarded. There's smells, there's signs, there's sounds. Ding, 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 ding. Everything's just being coming at me a million miles an hour. That that comes to an end of being assaulted with all of the senses here in Times Square. Chatty G recommends, if you are here, is to take in just the huge digital billboards you can see everywhere. The vibrant atmosphere, the street performers, you're probably going to get hustled at least 20 times.
You have any more?
That's what we got, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else?
So I think that's enough for us, and we're going to head to our final destination for today, walk to Bryant Park. According to Google Maps, it's probably about a 10-minute walk, so I think it's going to be a nice place to just like calm down, chill out, and get away from all the madness. All right, final one. What do you reckon, Maddie? We'll grab somewhere to sit down, rest our weary feet, soak it all
Most
in.
definitely.
Right, we can get kind of a front row seat on the lawn.
Yeah, let's do it.
Given the day has wrapped up in a timely manner here in Bryant Park, we thought we'd give you our honest thoughts on how ChatGPT's itinerary went. Kick it off with what it did well.
Speed. It shot back an itinerary very quickly, very efficiently, so it's a great time saver.
It definitely stayed within the budget and left plenty of buffer room. As we learned here, there are a lot of additional taxes and tips that you need to expect. So at $40 USD, yeah, we had a lot of wiggle room. What do you think could have done better?
Katz's Deli, which was our first stop of the day, very inaccurately estimated the prices and had very limited options for me. Being gluten-free, I only had one option, which was the salad and meat.
Secondly, we didn't get much guidance in terms of navigation.
No.
It didn't give us an indication of just how long the walks would be, what would be the most effective way of getting there, on foot or using the subway. As you saw, we had to figure things out on the fly using Google Maps.
So whilst ChatGPT did keep us well within budget, we thought that it could have used that remaining budget, the 60 USD that it had an estimated for, to invest in a paid experience to do here in New York.
Had ChatGPT invested in some more paid experiences, we may have had some more memorable activities and iconic activities we did throughout the day. So potentially being too much on the budget side actually robbed us of that wow factor that
Yeah.
we came to New York for.
Okay,
Bam.
that's a wrap. 5 o'clock. We're gonna head back to Grand Central Station and stay tuned because we're gonna put our travel expert's itinerary to the test.
Amazing. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's just turned 9 a.m.
9
and
a.m.
today we're putting our travel experts one-day itinerary in New York to the test.
Now, Luke mentioned to take a bit of time to look around and especially look up and admire the dome ceiling and the architecture.
Brownie points to Luke for buffering enough time for us to actually enjoy this place before we get to our next destination. Where are we heading to, by the way, next up?
Next up is breakfast at Zucker's Bagels.
Beautiful. How long is that as a walk?
12-minute walk.
So we'll take some time to appreciate the grandiose, and then we'll get walking.
How's that for timing?
That's uncanny how good. Nailed it.
One of the expert tips that Luke gave us was to definitely make sure we try the smoked salmon and cream cheese bagel, as it's a very iconic New York breakfast. And I do agree. Love that there was also a gluten-free option for me.
Sitting here in Bryant Park, beautiful day. What do you reckon?
Oh my God, I'm so excited to tuck into this bagel.
Not bad, she's hungry.
So this one is the gluten-free. Funny looking one, as the guy said. Got smoked salmon as
Yeah, but
well.
obviously no gluten-free one. Hang
Onion.
on. Where's the salmon?
Oh no, you don't have salmon.
Oh, what do you mean?
No, there's no salmon.
I asked for the salmon.
Maybe you misunderstood your Aussie accent.
Man, can I have some of yours? A few pieces of salmon as
Maybe,
compliments of mine?
yeah, maybe,
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks, boo.
Next up, we are going to be going to the New York Public Library to check it out.
Right, so 10:26. We're just here in the New York Public Library. It's free of an entry from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So we're going to go check out the galleries before we get on to our next activity. Let's go. Honestly, what an incredible day. I mean, Luke, we know that you didn't coordinate the weather, but we got to give it to you, mate. Look at this. What a day for it.
11:03. We are going to the Rockefeller Center. We're going to walk along Fifth Ave, which is very iconic. Rockefeller Center is where Saturday Night Live and a lot of late night shows are filmed. In my opinion, the Rockefeller Center is the best lookout because you can see the park and the Empire State Building. Pro tip, pre-book our tickets online so we can skip the queue. So we have done that, and it came to $50 each.
While Maddie is getting her tip photo of the Empire State Building, I'm just going to throw it down that this probably is putting the high in highlight of New York. This is probably an early favourite.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah, touristy, but like kind of iconic.
Yeah, and like kind of, there's no other place where you could truly appreciate or see the expanse of New York
vastness,
than this lookout.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big thumbs up. We love it.
Thanks, Luke. Bam, 12:26.
Doing well.
We are doing well for time. Next up, we are going to the Museum of Modern Art, which is about a 5-minute walk just down that way.
Let's roll.
Let's go.
And to beat the queues, our travel expert had given us another handy heads up.
So we're going to select adult for 2 tickets. All right, and we're locked in just like that. Super simple, 2 tickets for $30. So again, Luke, on the money. Looking forward to this one.
It also included an interactive self-guided tour and plenty of hands-on activities, even for the big kids.
As Luke's expert tip suggested, there is a beautiful mix of modern and classical arts to admire.
What's over there?
Clearly, Starry Night. Okay, so it's 2:16, and whilst we could definitely spend hours more here, but we're getting a little hungry, so we're gonna head down the road for a classic American burger for lunch.
I think that's apparently where the burger joint is.
Okay. Doesn't really look
Looks like a
burger.
hotel. There's like a...
Oh wait, I think Luke gave us some tips about
Really?
it not looking like a burger joint. Yeah.
All right, I'll pull them up. Let's jump inside.
Okay.
There's no burger bar around here. Let's see what he says. Hidden behind a floor-to-ceiling Wizard of Oz velvet red curtain.
That's it behind you.
Of course. How good is that?
Oh, yeah.
Luke, another nugget, mate. Unstoppable with
Yeah.
this itinerary. Wow, check this out. Hey, here we go.
What do you got?
2 burgers and a big bag of chips. Gluten-free
Nice.
bun, a regular one, 2 cheeseburgers.
Amazing.
326. We've wrapped up at the hidden burger joint. Our bellies are full, budgets are blown, but it's all good because the next activity is completely free. Even though we've got a very generous time buffer, probably impossible to cover it all. So we're going to show you what we can, go enjoy the beautiful sunshine, and wrap up our day. Recommended by Luke. We've done some wandering. We've been on foot all day,
Yep.
so we are very appreciative that at this point in the itinerary, we can probably just sit down and take it easy.
Yeah. Chill out, soak up the Central Park atmosphere.
As everyone around us is doing it the same at the moment.
Yeah.
Got people tanning, playing handball, throwing frisbees,
Yeah.
and just chilling out.
We'll
Is
do
that
the
right?
same.
To do the same. Yep. We gotta finish the video. It's 4:30. Maybe it's just on me. You see Central Park's charm has won us over
Oh,
as a place of relaxation. Before we get back to Grand Central
We
and finish the day, we've got to give Luke's itinerary a review. So
Yeah.
let's just wake ourselves up and we'll get back to it.
time is 4:52. We got to wrap up.
Give our thoughts and an honest reflection on how Luke, our travel expert, went with his New York itinerary. Kicking off with all the things that went really well. First and foremost, there was a wow factor and X factor across nearly all of Luke's selections compared to ChatGPT. Rockefeller Center, charm of the hidden burger joint,
Yeah.
so many more memorable things that I know
Yeah.
I'll write home for.
Secondly, we loved how our day today was tailored to our personal preferences and was considerate of me having dietary requirements. Every place we went to for food, I could get something that was still just as great and gluten-free.
Third, the transit and time buffers between all locations meant that we weren't stretched, we weren't rushing around, we had more than enough time to enjoy all of them, and that was really well considered.
And our last big plus for the travel expert itinerary was that their expertise really came through. So we got the heads up to pre-book ahead for Rockefeller and MoMA, which meant that we skipped the big lines and we spent more time actually enjoying the experience. So we loved that.
But as always, there are areas of improvement. So what would you say that the travel expert itinerary could have improved?
We did go over on our budget, only slightly, but I guess it's still, we had that criteria of being under 100.
But Luke was really upfront about
Yes.
how hard it was to get things under 100.
And personally, I'd rather just go over if it meant doing a really cool experience.
And secondly, although it's probably not a fair criticism, is that ChatGPT was a lot faster in getting our itinerary back to us compared to our travel expert. But I would say that given they have over 40 years experience in the travel game, by the time we did get itinerary back, we knew it was thorough, well-researched, and perfectly suited our needs, so it actually was worth the wait. Whereas it felt like ChatGPT may have just scraped the internet, pulled together a quick itinerary, and didn't really spend much time getting to know us.
Okay, so it's just ticked over, 5:01. We're gonna head back now to Grand Central.
Where we started 2 days
Yep.
ago after running 2 full itineraries.
So we put ChatGPT and our travel expert to the same brief, same preferences, and we went out and lived both of those itineraries.
Yep.
Whose itinerary came out on top?
That was the travel expert. While ChatGPT, have to give them credit, it was a very, very fast write-up for the brief, and it also stayed well within the budget, maybe two within the budget.
Whereas our travel expert itinerary, it was really personalized. We love the nuances and the expert tier, the wow factor. It's pretty hard to beat 40 years of travel experience in the game, lived and breathed it,
You bet.
isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, do the results surprise you? If they do, drop it in the comments, let us know. But until then, I'm Daniel,
And I'm Maddie.
and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.